Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today, as you can see, we're looking at another loco from that joblot of stuff I got, which you would have seen 2 videos ago, I think now, I'm not sure. So basically what I think we have here is just one of the I'm not sure what it's based off or anything. I think it's just your standard Triang 040 that was well known at the time. This one here is, I think, in the worst condition out of the 3 locos out of that job lot. I haven't looked at the diesel yet. I've looked at this one, you would have seen that in the last video. I haven't looked at the other diesel. This one, well, you would have seen in the last video, amazing results. Really did surprise me, that one, and I'm hoping for similar results with this one. But as you can see, very dusty, rusty, not been used for a very long time. If I just spin it round, it's just generally neglected, really. You can see dust has really built up, rust on the couplings, but underneath it doesn't seem too bad. Wheels seem fairly clean. Motor's in there, I think it's complete. It's just very dirty and neglected. So I'm going to put it on the track and see what it does. Okay, I've got the engine down on the track and I'm just going to apply some power and see what it does. Might not move at all, which is kind of what I'm expecting, but wow, it did make a sound. That's a good start. Oh, there is life there. Wow. That, well, considering these have not run for a long time, it's starting off running better than the little diesel shunter. Obviously it's not running brilliantly at all, but there is a form of life there. It's coming back towards the camera under its own power. Just cut out in front of the camera. Maybe it's a bit of a poser. It's strange because, like the shunter, I think this prefers reverse as well. I don't think this one's going to need too much work to get running. It's already going off down the track. I'll stop it there. So yeah, let's take the body off, give it a bit of a service and see if that's any better. The retain screw for the body is long gone. I'll go in, I've got one spare somewhere. But as we can see, it's very dirty in here. The wires are just covered in dust and grime and years of just neglect. The wheels, everything, but it does run, and we know that. And this motor is much more easily accessible than the shunter's motor, but we got that one to run, and this one already does run, so we have a bit of a chance. I'm going to use the toothbrush and just get rid of the worst of it. And then I've just realised as well, there's a wire that's disconnected there and something covered up here. Well, I'm not sure what that is. I'm just going to leave it because I know that it runs, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. Leave the wire as it is. I'm going to clean it up, give it a bit of service, and see if it's any better. I'm going to start cleaning the body now. One of the steps has come off the body. Oh, you can't see it there. It's only one of the little ones. It can easily be glued back on, but at least I've got it and it's not missing. So first what we're going to do, I'm not going to be too gentle with it. I don't know what the best way to see it on camera is. I am just going to, it's a dry toothbrush, I haven't got anything on it. Really get in, you can see it's in the wheel there. Toothbrush just gets it right in, cleans out all the dirt. It probably wouldn't surprise me if it ran much better already. Just now that everything's being cleaned off, get right under there, don't want to disturb the pickups too much. So hopefully I haven't. Just going to be a bit more gentle around the wires and stuff. Sorry, I just blew all the dust away. Just because I don't want to be putting too much pressure on the wires and stuff, don't want them to break. So now I'm thinking of taking the brushes out. If that's easy enough, it should be. They should just come straight out. This one's coming out. They've not been parted for a long time. Go on then, out you get. And this one as well. Not that they are very reluctant to leave. Right, if I pull this red wire up and leave that there, That should push it. I'm going to have to get a screwdriver quickly. There we go, hopefully you could see that all right. And I've got a cotton bud here with methylated spirit on. And I'm just going to... Oh, hang on, the other brush hasn't quite fallen out. It's got caught on a wire. There we go, I don't want to damage the wires and I'll clean the brushes up and everything. So what I'm going to do, I don't know how to get this best on camera. I'm thinking if I have that on the back and then just spin the motor itself, you can see straight away if I focus the camera back over here that that's cleaning up. And the dirt coming off it, wow, there's a lot of it. This is pretty much always going to be necessary, even if you buy a second-hand running loco. It probably, if it's not been serviced recently, it will need this done to it. This is one of the most basic forms of motor anyway, but it was used in most Triang engines at the time anyway. But a very generic motor. That is cleaning up quite well. I don't know if you can see it. I'm just going to keep cleaning it until I'm relatively happy with it. It doesn't need to be too clean. I don't think that's too bad. I'm just going to clean the brushes quickly. I'm sorry that you can't see this as much. I don't really know what would be best for showing you, but basically clean everything in here. I'm just giving these a light clean. Now I'm going to put it back together, put some oil on the worm gear, some oil in the axles, and see how that goes. Hopefully it shows up on camera. I've cleaned all the wheels with Dremel. You can see it there. They're all nice and shiny now. I just need to get a bit more of the toothbrush underneath. I could probably do that now actually. And just get rid of the worst of the dust on the bottom. Oh, you can't see it, sorry. There you go. That should be alright. All I need to do now is put a drop of oil on the worm drive. The wires are a little bit too close for my liking to the worm drive. Hopefully I've not disturbed anything. Just going to put a little bit of oil on. It looks like I'm putting a lot on, but trust me, I'm not. Then I'm just going to put a little bit on the bottom as well. And then I'm just going to put a bit on the back of each wheel, so hopefully that makes its way down into the axles. Don't want to disturb the pickup on that one. There we go. Now let's put it out onto the track and see if it performs any better than it did before. What I've done here is I've just taken the magnet out of the motor so I can get to the back of this shaft. I'm just going to put a drop of oil on it. Not too much, just so that everything is getting the right amount of lubrication it requires. There's a little bit I could put in here as well. Just round there. To just give it the best chance of running, really. So I'm going to put this all back together and try it on the track. So it's all put back together now, bar on the body, and well, I might as well apply the power straight away and see if it's any different. A little bit reluctant. Oh, wow, that's much better. It's a little bit hesitant at times. I'm not sure why. It's like the power is crossing over somewhere because it seems to be shorting out. Okay. Yeah, it goes... Right, okay, so the power is shorting out somewhere. So I'm going to have a look into this issue and I'll have a look to get you back to you. Okay, so I believe I've resolved the problem. Basically that wire there was just crossing onto the red wire there and it was just shorting it out. So now it should... Yeah, that's better. That's quite smooth as well. It might just need a bit more running in now that I've cleaned it. But at the higher speeds it runs fine. So I'm going to put the body on and let it run round. Okay, the body's back on. It needs a clean, but it's back on for the time being. I've put a body retaining screw in. And I'm just going to hold the phone, apply some power, and it's on. So I'm going to let it, it'll probably jump over the points like that. That's not full speed, but this is the first time I'll increase the speed to run over the balance. Yeah, the flanges. Look at that. Yeah, okay. Not a fan of points, but just drop it there and bring it back over here. There you go. that runs, so I am going to let it run around for a minute, like warm it right up, make sure that it doesn't short out or anything like that, and then I'll hook it up to some of the wagons that came in the job lot with it and let it run as it would have done whenever it was being played with as a toy. I've got it running on the inside line now because, like the shunter, it seems to run better on the inside line. I'm not 100% sure why, but as long as they run, that's fine. There's probably some sort of connection issue or something on the outside line, but I'm going to hopefully reverse it to these wagons and pull them away. So, as you can see from those clips, the loco is running very nicely now. I did have some small problems with it while it was running, where the wire that makes contact with the wheels was actually disconnected and it wasn't touching the wheels at all, so there was no contact and it kept stopping. All I did was I bent the wire into a different shape until I found where it was running reliably, and it's now running much better. The last 3 or 4 clips that you saw was it running that way round, and it runs much better that way. So yeah, I hope you're enjoying this little sort of series where I'm getting locos, well, mainly out of that job lot, but locos that haven't ran for a long time and putting them back in action, getting them back up and running. I think it's one of the best parts of the hobby, really. I really enjoy it, and I hope you do too. So I'd like to thank you all very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.